As the Sussexes parade their polished Hollywood life with a courtside Valentine's spectacle, one can't help but sense the undercurrents of financial strain, family fractures, and that ever-present whiff of royal intrigue bubbling just beneath the surface, reminding us all why this particular chapter in the Windsor saga refuses to close quietly. Good evening, and thank you for joining me for this discussion. It's always a pleasure to have you here, fellow observers of this endlessly fascinating royal drama. Now, let's begin with the most recent flourish, shall we? Over the Valentine's weekend, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry treated us to a rather public display of domestic bliss in Los Angeles. First, a cozy dinner at the upscale Funk in Beverly Hills on the 13th. Nothing too flashy, mind you, but enough to get the cameras clicking as they slipped out into the night. Then, come the 15th, they were spotted courtside at the NBA All-Star Game at the Intuit Dome, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Queen Latifah and her family. Meghan, ever the picture of effortless chic in a simple navy sweater, black bootcut jeans, and suede heels, while Harry opted for a smart black shirt and a baseball cap. Hardly the stuff of Windsor pageantry, but perfectly tuned to their Californian reinvention. A source within their inner circle paints it as a relaxed date night, the sort that says, "Look at us, thriving despite it all." Yet one has to wonder if it's more calculated than casual. Meghan even took to Instagram that Saturday, sharing a rare, crystal-clear photo of Harry cradling their 4-year-old daughter, Lilibet, her face fully visible for the first time, those red balloons clutched in her little hands. The caption reading, "These two plus Archie equals my forever Valentines." Charming on the face of it. But Harry, who only days earlier had been fighting back tears at a Los Angeles dinner for parents who'd lost children to social media addiction, warning of its perils in no uncertain terms, now finds himself in the spotlight for precisely that. A longtime family acquaintance murmurs that the timing feels a touch convenient, doesn't it? Almost as if the personal is always political in their world. This little interlude comes hot on the heels of their first joint outing of the year back in early January. They joined a video call moderated by Gayle King for Oprah's platform, discussing the pitfalls of phone-obsessed childhoods, ironic given the circumstances. Meghan sparkled in a 18,700 pounds Cartier necklace, their dog Pula making a cheeky cameo, chewing a stick in the background. Harry laughed it off, but insiders say it was all part of a broader push to reframe their narrative. Then, later that month at the Sundance Film Festival in Park City, Utah, they made their debut as executive producers of a documentary called Cookie Queens. A well-placed source close to the production circles tells us it was meant to signal their pivot to more meaningful projects, away from the Netflix deals that have, by all accounts, sputtered somewhat. But money, that's where the real drama simmers. A source behind closed doors whispers that the Sussexes' financial house isn't quite the fortress it appears. Their Archewell Foundation has dwindled to a skeleton crew, just a couple of staffers holding the fort. Those multi-million-pound Hollywood contracts mostly evaporated, leaving Harry, the former royal warrior, feeling a bit like the sideline spare once more. And then there's Meghan's As Ever brand, the lifestyle line with its artisanal jams, honeys, teas, and those flower petal sprinkles. A website glitch earlier this year laid bare the scale, hundreds of thousands of jars in stock, some reports suggesting they're piling up at Netflix headquarters, even being given away to staff to clear the shelves. Literally overflowing, as one well-meaning staff member put it. Yet her allies insist it's all part of a grand global expansion plan for 2026, dominating markets from Europe to Asia. Harry apparently is wary. "We can't afford this," he's said to have confided, according to a source in their Montecito orbit. One wonders if the jam empire is the toast of the town or just another layer of frosting over deeper cracks. It's the sort of entrepreneurial gamble that speaks volumes about their post-royal ambitions, but it also underscores the quarrels lurking in the background. Harry, ever the protector, has been locked in battles over security for years now. He lost a key court ruling recently, which could complicate any thoughts of a UK return. Yet rumors persist, fueled by those in palace circles, that 2026 might see them edging closer to Britain. A fresh security review is underway, with whispers of a stalker heightening the stakes. A well-placed source close to the family dynamic says it's creating quite the conundrum for King Charles. How to balance Harry's pleas without reopening old wounds. And Harry, bless him, has been vocal about it. "My life is at stake," his lawyers argued in court. But one can't ignore the irony. The man who once demanded round-the-clock protection for Meghan before their marriage, only to be told it was one rule for Kate and another for her, now finds himself pleading the same case to a somewhat frostier royal establishment. Speaking of family rifts, the timing couldn't be more exquisite. As the royals reel from the latest Epstein file drops, Prince Andrew, stripped of his titles, and now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, accused of sharing confidential trade reports from his envoy days back in 2010. Harry's been reportedly itching to reach out to his cousins Beatrice and Eugenie. Their father, after all, is in the thick of it. Police are probing misconduct in public office, and he's already been turfed out of Royal Lodge earlier than planned. A source within the inner circle reveals Meghan's response has been characteristically firm. A 5-word warning to Harry: "Don't drag us into this." She's acutely aware, they say, of how the scandal's tentacles could ensnare them, especially with the monarchy still licking its wounds from Diana's era. William, ever the steady hand, has been pushing for years to sideline his uncle entirely. It's the biggest crisis since the princess's death, by some accounts, and Harry's selective memory on royal duty makes for compelling theater. Yet, for all the hand-wringing, the Sussexes press on. Their public affection at the All-Star game, Harry beaming, Meghan encouraging him to smile for the lenses, feels like a masterclass in deflection. A longtime family acquaintance notes the contrast. Harry's emotional plea against social media's harms, followed swiftly by that Lilibet post. Hypocritical, some call it. But perhaps it's just the Sussex way, cherry-picking the narrative that suits. And let's not forget the Invictus Games echoes. Meghan's kiss at last year's opening ceremony left fans speechless, as one tabloid put it. But this year's focus seems squarely on their Montecito bubble. Looking ahead, the whispers grow louder. Will they make that UK move? A source close to palace circles suggests the security hurdles are the final gate, with Invictus events potentially drawing King Charles into the mix. But Harry's Hollywood unease, without purpose, as some around him confide, hints at a man torn between his roots and the spotlight he's chosen. Meghan, meanwhile, eyes her brand's next chapter, a cookbook in the spring, homeware expansions, all while Harry frets the costs. It's a tale of ambition clashing with reality, of drama that sells papers but strains the soul. One thing's certain, though. In this world of royals and reinventions, the intrigue never truly fades. The quarrels simmer, the money matters, and the gossip endures. What do you make of it all? Do drop your thoughts below. I'm always keen to hear from minds as sharp as yours. Until next time, stay observant and remember, behind every polished facade, there's usually a story worth telling. Good night.